Hey there. So today we're going to be talking about 4-5, writing a function rule. So that's our SWABAT today. Write a rule for a function. So the first set of directions tell us to write a function rule that represents each sentence. So previously, I think in chapter 1, what we did was we wrote for phrases. Difference between a phrase and a sentence. Well, now we have a period. It's a complete thought. So what we're going to be doing is translating these sentences instead of to expressions. We're going to translate them into equations instead. And the main thing that we need to know for that is that is means equals. Just like when we were setting up proportions and doing percent equations, is means equals. That's the only new translation that we need for today. So, first example, 5 less than 1/4 of x is y. 5 and then less than for me is important because it means subtraction. Thing about less than and more than for that matter is you are supposed to switch the order. And then it says 1/4 of x is, that means equals y. So if I'm switching the order, it's going to be something minus 5. Well, what minus 5? 1/4 of x. 1/4 of x. Then it says is, which means equals y. And then if you're like me, some of you are, some of you aren't, you're going to be bothered by that, and you're going to want to write it as y equals 1/4 x minus 5. Both are fine. Okay, your next one says 8 more than, that's important to me, it means addition, but it also means I need to switch the order. A number, 5 times a number is equals negative 27. 5 more than, 8 more than, so that's something plus 8. 5 times a number, 5 times a number, let's call it x, is equals negative 27. And there you go. So if you want to, you can press pause and then try letter C on your own, or you can just roll with me on this one and we'll do it together. So this one is 1.5 more than, there's that more than. See how I'm doing it like a million times? They won't all have more than or less than, but I'm trying to make sure that you definitely switch the order. The quotient of, so this is important, a and 4 is b. Is b. Okay, more than, so plus 1.5. The quotient of a and 4, so a divided by 4. Let's not do a divided by 4. This is more algebra, so you want to stick with the fraction bar instead. Alright, there's that. Your next set of directions tell you to write a function rule that represents each situation now. So instead of just translating algebraic expressions and whatnot, you're going to be doing this for an actual situation, like word problems. We're getting warmed up for more word problems. So the price, P, they give me the variable that they want me to use, of an ice cream is, that's important, $3.95 plus $85 for each topping T. Okay, the price P, just going from left to right, price P is, that's important, $3.95 plus 85 cents for each topping. 85 cents for each topping. That means for every topping T, I'm going to spend 85 cents. So it's 85 cents times T. And that's all they want me to do, just write it. So that's what we've done. Be aware of that though, because there's going to be some times where I'm just going to ask you to set up the equation only. Not to solve it, just set it up. So you just got to read that and know what your teacher is asking you. Okay, a plumber's fees, F, are, so here's the thing, F, they give me my variable, R is the same thing as is, so that still means equals, $70 for a house call, and I'm also going to pay $60 per hour. So this and means I'm not only paying for this, but I'm also paying for that also, in addition to, so plus. So the fees, F, are $75 for the house call and $60 per hour. So for every hour, H, I'm going to spend $60. And that's your answer. Okay, let's talk about my friend Jose. Jose is 3 years younger than 3 times his brother's age. Write a rule that represents Jose's age, J, as a function of his brother's age, B. My apologies. How old is Jose if his brother is 5? So there's two different parts of this. The first thing they want me to do is to write a rule. So let's try that first. We have Jose, who they're telling me is J, and then they say is, which means equals 3 years younger, so something minus 3. 3 times his brother's age, which they told me was B. So let's read this again, but put some symbols in. J equals, because it's is, 3 years younger. So whatever his brother is, it's going to be something minus 3. His brother's age, so 3 times his brother's age. 3 times his brother's age, which is B. That's the first part. The second part is, so part 2. How old is Jose if his brother is 5? Well, if J is equal to 3 times 5 minus 3. A little bit of subtraction and multiplication. So 3 times 5 is 15 minus 3, which would be 12. So Jose is, put that little accent on there, is 12 years old. All right, very good. Next one, also known as the last one. Write a function rule for the area of a rectangle with a length that is 3 feet more than 2 times its width. What is the area of a rectangle when the width is 4 feet? So we're talking about area and we're talking about a rectangle. Let's just remind ourselves, area equals length times width. Now they give you some information here. Write a function rule for the area of a rectangle with length, I'm underlining what's important to me, 3 feet more than 2 times the width. So the length is 2 feet more than, remember more than, switch the order, so something plus 3. What plus 3? 2 times the width. Okay, well that's one part of it. The next part is, what is the area of a rectangle when the width is 4? So here's what we know from this. So for this formula, area equals length, we don't know yet, but we know that the width is 4 feet. This is your L, this is your W. Well, what's the length? Well, we're not going to plug in variables in here because we know what the W is. So it's 2 times 4 plus 3. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So my area for this is going to be 44, and this was feet times more feet, so that's going to be feet squared. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.